Today I want to do a video on hitting on people at the gym, or you see that cute girl or guy at the gym and you want to get his or her number. So what experience do I have on this? Well, been to the gym quite frequently and on numerous occasions, on campus gyms at my school as well as just gyms in the local area. And here's what I have to say about it. First off, it's not the ideal place to meet people. Let's just be frank here. But if there's that one person that you want to approach, and it's just that one person, and he or she's your dream girl or guy, then you can do it at the gym. It can be done, and it will be done. You got to man up. You will be surprised how often you know, a girl might be intimidating, and you might think he or she is just going to be exceptionally mean and reject you. And then once you approach, you realize that, hey, I think she likes me. But again, that doesn't always happen. So if you ever want to approach yourself, you kind of have to have some level of thick skin to accept rejections. So here's the thing, when you're approaching at the gym, it's not the best place to meet people or approach more than one person, especially when it's a very small gym and it's crowded, or the first person you talk to sees the second person, because the environment is against you in a lot of ways. If the girl sees it, he's like, what's this guy doing approaching at a gym? Whereas if you do it at a bar, it's completely fine because of the environment. But if you do it at a gym, it's like, is this guy like just standing here talking to girls? We're here to get our workout on. But long story short, it's really down to the individual. You know, there's going to be some people who are just like, there's, for whatever reason, their philosophy is, I don't want to be approached. How dare you? I came here to work out, not to meet people. And that's kind of why the environment is kind of against you, because the venue is not there where people go there to meet others or have fun. They're there to get their regimen out and so forth. And what I found is that there's a lot of factors that really exemplify how, you know, no matter what excuse there is, if it's your dream girl, there's always a chance that you should approach. But don't make it a huge habit of doing it at the gym though, because like again, you may be seeing these people constantly, and one of those factors is like headphones. Like there used to be this whole stigma that, hey, if they're wearing their headphones, that means they do not want to be disturbed at all. And that may be true for the most part, but then, you know, there's people out there, guys and girls, who are like, you'll bring this up and they'll be like, I didn't even realize that. I just wear my headphones because like I like to listen to music, my own music, and I would love it if a guy approached me at the gym or a girl approached me. And so long story short, I think the best thing to do is to just better yourself, become the best person, and don't give me that you're the best that you can be. You know, there's improvements in your physique, your fashion, your grooming, your confidence, your social skills, your interests, your success in life, all these things. And you don't have to be a 10 out of 10 in every area. But the reason why you should improve on this is the central theme, which is that no girl or guy wakes up in the morning and says, man, I don't want to be swept off my feet one day, or meet that amazing girl who's just beautiful and amazing on the inside and outside. And unless they're not single, you know, regardless of the situation or place that they're approached or they meet, if it's that perfect guy or near perfect guy or some guy that they really think, maybe he's not close to perfect, maybe he's ugly, but he has a good humor and he meets her standards on a lot of levels, if not exceeds them, then chances are that type of guy, no matter if it's at the gym or some non-conventional way of meeting, she will be glad to meet that person. Unfortunately though, you know, a lot of us aren't there, and a lot of us may come off very creepy, weird, desperate, angry, sloppy, all sorts of things, shy, anxious, not confident, and that's the sort of guy that may cause problems. So Now let's get to, well, how do you approach that girl or guy? Well, sometimes, you know, they're on their workout, they're just going nonstop. And I mean, it really depends on the situation. If you think you're almost certain you'll see her again or him again, then just give it time, be patient. There will eventually come a time, hopefully, where they step off their exercise routine and then they're transitioning or they're taking a rest, and you can approach it. It may take some balls, but it can be done. And I would say, you know, oftentimes it's not usually the case because they're just so into their workout that they stay for like an hour on the treadmill, or you know, they're really concentrated on their thing, and as soon as they finish they're straight on to the next, you know, machine. I would say, you know, again, it really depends on a lot of situations, down to the person, and really just how polite you are and respectful you are, and the fact of the matter of truly what do you really think that you will confidently be able to provide a level of value to this girl that she would be like, hey, I'm awesome. So don't be that like douchebag that's like constantly like horrendous, rude, and just like completely, you know, creepy and weird and not confident and all that sorts of stuff. And you're approaching, but at the same time, just make sure that you're respectable, even if it doesn't work out. But you try. You know, that's what's important. And again, if you come to a conclusion where you don't think you'll ever see that person again because of the size of the gym or whatever, and two, you're just there's no moment to really approach, then sometimes you kind of have to do it while they're on the machine, and that can be done. And honestly, I would say that you know, there will always be mean people out there, but if the person's right for you and you're right for them, then it doesn't matter. You know, they could be very serious on their workout machine and so forth. And if they really like you and you really like them, then they don't care how you approach, as long as you do it like non-creepily, with some level of confidence, with, you know, not exceptionally weird and stalkerish. If you both like each other and that's your dream girl, then, you know, it can work, you know, no matter what the scene is. But as far as actually going there to meet people, unless it's through like a Zumba class or yoga class or something like that, and even then, like, it's oftentimes focused on the pose, or you're constantly dancing and there's like no time to talk. Generally, the gym is not the best place for meeting people. It's just whatever reason, society and culture has made it so this way. Whereas if you go somewhere else, for instance, or you go to a conventionally, socially accepted setting, whether it's your friend's party or a friend's social gathering, society has just made it so that this is like the main way of meeting people, and that's usually how a lot of people meet. And again, like, there's a lot of things to this, but again, you know, the rules can be broken. If it's your dream girl or dream guy, can be done. As far as what to say when you approach, you don't have to be so direct and be like, hey, you're hot. Chances are that won't work anyways. It's too upfront. It's too much for the scene. And so another suggestion would probably be something more indirect. Maybe comment or ask them an indirect question about where they're from, what they're doing. Honestly, it can be anything, and then just transition into a conversation, start asking questions about them, make some statements, and this goes into general social skills, which I guess I can get to in another video. It's about conversational skills, really. And long story short, once you get that down, you can ask for the number. Again, it's, you know, if you guys both like each other, it should work out generally. You may be lacking social skills and ability to keep a conversation going, and that's a topic for another video. But that's the general vibe to it, and yeah, hopefully this video helped any girls or guys out who want to meet someone. And again, as a last thing, sometimes it's one of those things where you can open with something indirect or ask a question, and they might not get the hint because they're just like in their own world. Like you can ask about where they went to school and so forth, and they just might be like really shy, or they just don't understand that you're interested or whatever, or trying to be friendly or trying to keep a conversation going. So you kind of have to just you know may gauge how it's going, and then maybe start being a little bit more direct if it's not that clear. You don't have to be overtly direct, but maybe some sexual innuendo or just fun jokes, or maybe compliments on their appearance if they're not getting the hint. And lastly, you don't want to keep it going too long because, again, the scene, it's just like, it's against the whole culture of the scene. Like, it looks really bad if you engage in conversation while everyone's working out around you for 10 minutes. It just looks bad on how you view fitness and health and all this other stuff. But again, depends on the culture of the gym, depends on what you want to do and so forth. It doesn't have to be a 10-minute long conversation. It could be 2 minutes long. That's all I gotta say though. Again, the gym's not the best place to meet people, which is a bit of a shame. I guess that's just how society has made it. Because, I'd rather meet someone who's really into health and fitness and so forth, rather than, approaching a bunch of belligerent, drunk people at a bar. But that's all I gotta say. As always, see you guys later. Peace.